Guys, I'm trying to be mad quiet because I feel like it could hear me. But there's this ladybug on my windshield, and I've been watching it. And you know how ladybugs are supposed to be like magical? Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you saw the ladybug, but it's there. I don't want her to come in here because I don't want her to be entrapped. I want her to stay free. I don't know if it's a she or a he or gender nonconforming, whatever the ladybug chooses to identify itself. I fully embrace whatever decision the ladybug decides to live. And I'm just rambling and making no sense because I am like a little tired. I really didn't get to sleep. Hashtag no complaining, but complaining that I'm a little tired. No sleep nowadays. The quarantine and just this year has really, really proven itself. Give a round of applause to 2020, guys, because it has really been kicking my behind. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and share it with you guys, and then we're going to find a way to wrap it up in a positive way. I just got to be honest, and I have to vent because I feel like nobody truly understands. A little bit about me. I was in a relationship for about 4 years, and my partner struggled with alcoholism and other forms of drug abuse. Nobody really knows about it. The people that really know me know about it. But people that know me understand that I'm very private, so I'll tell you but so much. Or I'll tell you, but it has to be on my time. So I don't really talk about my stuff that's going on. So when I tell people certain situations, nobody really pries into it. Everybody sort of is respectful about my process and how open I want to be at the times I want to be open. So I am thankful for that, guys. Honestly, you are truly the MVP of my life. I'm always doing like a stanza with my voice, like my life, whatever. I'm a little delusional, I feel like sometimes. Are you guys feeling that sort of feeling, like delusion, where you're just like, your days are starting to blur and you're like, I don't even know. I thought today was Saturday. Today is Sunday. I did not know that today was Sunday. I thought it was Saturday. I'm slowly I'm getting like this panic feeling where it's like, when are things gonna get back to how they used to be? Like, things are like really bad right now, and the state I'm in has now declared like a state of emergency because we are now in the state that I'm in. Our county is has the leading amount of cases of the coronavirus. I feel like all I do is talk about the coronavirus, guys. Raise your hand if you feel like that's all you hear. All you hear all day, coronavirus. This is very serious, and I know, but it's like exhausting. I just want to cry because it's like, I don't want to get emotional. And I am grateful. I have my health. I have my life. I am still living strong and trying to achieve my dream in hopes of becoming America's next influencer. I didn't know that James Charles is doing a show about influencers, like influencers. All of them were like painted to the gods. So I don't know if I would have. But you know what? I really wish that I would have known. I would have auditioned or sent in my tape because that would have been a great opportunity and great exposure. Feel how you feel about, James Charles, whatever. Everybody's controversial. Everybody has a past. Everybody Everybody needs to remember that we all live in glass houses. So we're living in like a weird culture where everybody's about cancel culture and just tear down their, like everything. And it's like, I'm all for a moment of like self-reflection and girl, you need to slow down and look at yourself. But like, we also have to give people the opportunity to change. And I know that a lot of the times we're human. We get hurt a lot. Look at me. I've been hurt by so many people that I trusted, and you know, sometimes you just got to be like, okay, this is who you are. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to hurt me anymore, but I'm also not going to demonize you because you are a human and you make mistakes, and people, you should always give the person the opportunity to self-reflect and grow. And if they don't, then, you go from there accordingly. I know I'm going on a tangent, but I would have loved to have auditioned and do it. I felt intimidated when I first saw the what do you call it? The promo, because all the people were like dolled up and like contoured and all that. But I also feel like, why do you have to be done up? Why do you have to like do all that in order to be Insta famous? That's the struggle that I struggle with right now. So if you go to my Instagram, totally transparent, a lot of my pictures look the same. A lot of them are just like in the same pose because I hate like this sort of pressure. I hate this pressure to take pictures and think about like what's going to get likes and stuff like that. And it's just like, that to me is like a little like a little vapid and shallow a little bit. Like I want to like, how do you like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I want genuine like photos where I'm actually doing things and enjoying a moment, not just feeling like I have to pose for the gram to get likes. And it's like, I'm not consistent with there because I just don't get the whole point. Like, okay, so you have Facebook, you have Snapchat, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have Reddit, you have all these like sort of apps to like connect to people, and you're just like, can't we just like text or call? Like, how about call? But I get it, people want to like keep people posted on their lives, but it's just like, why does it always have to be super stylized? Like, why can't I be an Insta influencer, just being real and being me? Like, come on now, why not? Like, why can't we be hashtag root for like, just, you know, as look, and I can't be hypocritical. I'm wearing a wig and shit like that. And so, I can't sit here and be like rah rah all team natural, because I do like, bits and pieces of glamour and high stylized, realization. But I also feel like you need to put out a healthy balance of the two. Okay? I'm going to post a picture of myself in makeup, but I'm not going to use editing as, I'm not going to personally super edit my pictures, because then I'm going to look at myself and wish that I look like this super edited picture of me, and that's not my reality. So I want to post imagery that is realistic to me, so that when I look at it, I could learn how to love myself. And that's sort of the journey that I'm at. And that's the frustration I feel like with Instagram and all these like sort of social media outlets that you sort of need to use to get your influence across. And it's like, I don't want to have to change myself to impact change, Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's so not authentic. And I really, really want to be like the most authentically fake real me. Does that make any sense? I mean, honestly, my mouth is so dry. I don't want to go home because that's the whole point of the video, guys. I'm spending a day at the lake because let's speak this delicately, because I do not want to demonize or criminalize anybody. We are all adults. We all have the right to make decisions for ourselves and based on our lives. I'm grateful for the home that's hosting me. It's really, really hard to get a job right now due to the coronavirus. You think that, oh, they need like grocery store workers, they need grocery store workers, they need people in the medical field. Yes, but you got to think. You got to quarantine yourself for 14 days before you can even start that job. And then on top of that, you're putting yourself at high risk. And they're not really offering health insurance instantly. That still has to be waited until you reach the 6-month period. I've been applying to jobs and calling and asking about health insurance. And it's like, okay, I'm putting myself at risk, working at this job. And, maybe you guys should offer like health insurance like on the spot, like especially due to the current like situation. What if, God forbid, something happens to me? I'm not covered. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have to weigh the pros and the cons in your life, and you have to do what's best for number one, numero uno, that is you. You have to look out for yourself, because ain't nobody going to look out for you like you can look out for yourself, guys. So the current situation that I'm in, alcohol seems to be a reoccurring issue. I am a guest in a home that is hosting me. I have no right to say anything. I have no right to say anything. But I don't know if you've had a situation, we've all probably had a situation where somebody has taken one drink too many and they become combative and angry and violent. I can't even look at the camera because I'm just like, I'm trying to tread lightly because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head. I slept in this car. I have the pillow here to prove it. I mean, I always keep a pillow in my truck. I always keep I used to have a blanket, but I lost that blanket in the shelter. But I always keep several pillows in my truck and blankets in my car, because I can't tell you how many nights I have spent in this truck. So I'm grateful for my truck. It is like my little vacation home, my little safe haven during the quarantine. And I'm grateful for the home that I have. It's super comfy, like nobody, I have the whole space to myself downstairs. So I'm super, super grateful, but it's given me flashbacks of my past relationship. And if you dealt with somebody who has a problem with alcohol, everything is always everyone else's fault, it seems like. And everything seems to be everybody else's fault. And you try to stay out of the line of fire, but sometimes it gets directed towards you no matter what. They kind of go down the list and down the line of people, and you sort of are a sitting duck until it's your turn. So that situation started last night and has continued on till this morning. So I got in my truck. All I did was brush my teeth and take my meds. I wish I would have grabbed another water bottle because my throat is super dry and I don't want to have to go and get water, but it's looking like I might have to go and get a beverage. I'm thirsty and I don't want to go back to the house. Sorry, there's a lot of people out. But I'm just spending a day at the lake. At the beautiful lake, guys. Look at my view. And you know, sometimes when you stay in people's houses, you got to give them some space to feel like it's their home again, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving space to allow the feeling of this is just your home. Can I be honest with you guys? And then I'll go back to being positive. I'm sad. Not like, you know, people say, oh, I'm sad. I'm like really sad. I have no home. I have a roof over my head, but I have no real home. I don't have anybody really like close to me, around me, like physically. I don't have like, you know, but I have my life and I have my health and I have the promise for tomorrow, like I always say. But I'm really sad. I really like want to like better myself. I think about like when I apply to these jobs, I'm like, I don't want to be these things. Like, I don't want to be a cashier. I don't want to be, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I've done it before. I was a waitress for 5 years. But, it's like I have this dream. And I want to build this platform and I see it so vividly. And I wish that, sometimes I wish that, like, being real got you further. I wish I just had a shot. That's why I wish I would have known about the James Charles Insta influencer. I would have really loved that opportunity to like, but he probably wouldn't have even looked at me. I have what? Like on Instagram, I have like 98 followers. If that. My YouTube has 29 followers. He's probably looking for people that have like at least like 500,000 followers. I would have still tried though. I would have still tried. Well, hopefully there's a season 2 and I can audition. Guys, I'm trying to remain positive, but it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like all the cards are stacked up against me and my back is up against the wall and I keep getting attacked like with like balls from dodgeball. Can I tell y'all like a really messed up story? In school, I went to school in the hood, so they didn't have a lot of programs, but one game that they always had that was cheap, I guess, for the school to have was dodgeball. I really, really wish the schools would abandon that, because dodgeball was very dangerous. Because whenever I was forced to play dodgeball, I became the target for all the boys. All the boys. It would be so bad that everybody would be screaming. All the other kids would be screaming, like, try to hit us, try to hit us. But no. That's what I feel like. I feel like everything is just coming at me like dodgeballs at the same time. And I'm just like, wow. Can you give me like a little break? But I can't complain. You can't complain nowadays, guys. You have to be grateful for every little moment that you have. I'm scared of getting COVID-19. I am terrified. I don't want, like, I really want to make my dreams come true. And I don't want, like, I don't want to run the risk of getting it and possibly losing my dream. So I feel bad. As much as I love my truck, I tend to I come out a lot on the truck often, and I try to disinfect as much as I can. But I always feel like, well, at least what they say on the news and stuff, that every time you step outside of your house, you're exposing yourself. So I always feel like every trip I take outside in the truck, that is just another big like notch in the taking the risk thing. And there's only, it just feels bad that I feel like sort of forced to take these risks because I need an escape of my situation. When you're dealing with somebody who is an alcoholic, what I was used to was, with my ex, I would always try to like find a way to make him happy so that I could be on his good side. And that was a defense mechanism. It was a thing I did to sort of protect myself from the wrath. And I'm catching myself doing that now here in this situation. And it's putting me back into that, headspace. And it's just not a good headspace to be in. But I'm trying to keep my head up. Like Tupac said, keep your head up. I love you guys for watching. If you made it this far, thank you. Spread love, not hate. I love you guys for watching. Bye.